Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek What? Eamon, I can't do this.
It's going to be okay. We'll get through this.
Impact has made me so sad this week.
It's really sad. Yeah.
Okay.
But hey, what else is new?
Hey, you know what? We might as well start calling this the Dummy Yeah Cast because we're still dummies for watching it. Yeah. All right, Eamon. Oh, by the way, I didn't do introductions. I'm sorry. I'm Mad Mike. I'm especially mad about Impact. And with me is the voice of a much better professional wrestling company, Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I am also mad about watching this show.
Are you stealing my fucking gimmick, Eamon? You stealing my fucking gimmick?
That's not fair. I'm not mad. Like, I'm just... I was watching it during work, and I was
You almost said, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I am. I'm just like... who cares? Like, who cares anymore? Like, I'd rather, like, add, like... I don't know. Fucking... Let's get through this.
You know what? I wonder, Eamon, and we should have done this in April. I wonder how many people who actually watch our midweek war on Impact actually watched Impact. Because I think 1 week we could just make up results
and see what happens.
And just see what happens. Like, I think that would be really fun.
Well, now everyone knows. So.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know when we do it.
Well, maybe.
We could do it this week for the ultimate swerve.
God.
Dummy, yeah.
That's as much of a telegraph swerve as that opening segment.
All right, Eamon, what's your word for this week's Impact?
I don't know. My word for this week is why. Just why.
My word for this week's Impact is clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Clusterfuck. It describes a lot. All right, Eamon, was there a good this week?
There was. I'm probably going to take it from you. Because it's probably the only good from this week's. And I'll give it to the X Division tag match. Just because, only from the fact, there's no story in it.
Nope.
But I mean, that kind of is, but it's not like a story. It's not interesting story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, the wrestling was something that Impact doesn't do. Like, it's a style of wrestling that It's just it's a style of wrestling that I could take it. You could take it, probably pluck it into a normal wrestling promotion that's of some level, and it would fit. And that's something that TNA doesn't always get to say. And so for that reason, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I know we're biased on this show because he's a friend of the show, but Zima, he's the most criminally underused person on that roster.
I will say the spot where like he gets the boots up on Everett or whatever when he does that moonsault, I was like, that for the first time in forever in TNA, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, I've never said that before audibly. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. All right. My good this week is gonna be Velvet Sky getting fired.
She sure did wrestle that match like it was her last match.
No, and honestly, the only reason I'm saying that's a good thing is, one, I don't think she wants to be there anymore. So, have fun. But it did introduce us.
When you're audibly tweeting about like the fact that you want to go to WWE because your husband's there, like, you shouldn't be working for that company anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But the Velvet thing did introduce us to Cherry Bomb's new character.
Yes.
Which I greatly enjoyed. Was her name Allie?
Allie, yes.
Allie, okay. And like, you can already tell she is a different class of person on the show. Like, she wants to be there and she's having fun with it because, like, she was having fun with that gimmick. And I think a Maria's assistant gimmick could be really, really fun.
It can. and I'm interested in it. I thought she did well in the segment.
Mm-hmm.
I will say what I said. I think a couple weeks ago is that when Sienna debuted, is I'm worried that this is just going to be a bunch of cronies from Maria, and it's going to be all about Maria. And at this point, bleeding over to the stuff with like that's happening with Bennett, Maria, I don't fucking like anymore. Like it's partially because of the stuff that's been bleeding over with Bennett and stuff like that. But it's like I would rather you build these two characters up. Like I think it's a great way to introduce somebody to be somebody's secretary, but it feels like these two young characters that could be focal points in your Knockouts division that definitely needs revitalizing are just going to be side characters to a non-wrestler.
Yeah. I think it also doesn't help that we're getting oversaturated on the Bennetts.
Yeah.
Like, way too much.
And again, it's like the Maria segments I get, they're not, like the Knockout Maria segments I get, they're not bad, but at the end of the day, I don't care about her getting her comeuppance or any of that. Honestly, I would rather you just take these women that you've brought in and position them in roles and give them stories and have great matches.
Yeah,
because that's what the Knockouts division needs.
Well, this could be like a growing period, like when the hashtag Divas Revolution first started. None of us liked the 3-on-3-on-3 thing, and that was before they really learned how to use people. And I think this could be like the growing pains into that, because ultimately we know it's going to backfire on Maria at some point, and then everyone will be allowed to be their own character.
Because that was my.
But if Maria is being used to get rid of the old knockouts and bring in new ones, like just as a device for that, that's fine.
That's fair. I understand that. But I also think, like we mentioned before, like when like months ago with the Knockouts division, the worst part is that like there felt like everyone was in a stable, like, and it was just like there was no fluidity because like we had the Dollhouse and then we had the Beautiful People and Gail Kim over here doing whatever.
Yeah.
And like now, like we've got a stable of people with Maria, and Gail Kim's there. Jade's like the third most important person. She's the fucking champion.
I'd say like, fourth under Rosemary.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like there's so many different things you could be doing with that division.
Yeah, well, I'm still optimistic they can turn it around. I'm not exactly sure how. I still think it can be done, though. So, Eamon, now I know there's a lot of things to choose from. What would be your bad this week?
Going to that, it's a good transition. My bad for this week is Mike Bennett.
Yeah. So, should we talk about their house, which was clearly a hotel pool?
So, I was going to say, did they say it was a house? Because it was pretty much a hotel.
It was a hotel pool. It categorically was a hotel pool. It definitely was.
But again, why do we need... Okay, it's a side note, but there were so many unnecessary segments this week. We talked before about Impact not using their time wisely. The Bennett-Maria pool promo was not needed if you were going to give Bennett an in-ring promo. They also had that Lashley workout, like 3 minutes of Lashley just working out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the fuck cares?
Didn't need it. I just fast-forwarded through it.
Do better stuff with your time.
I just fast-forwarded through that.
You just slow-mo Lashley working out.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I wondered why I fast-forwarded and looked at regular speed. That was weird. All right, Eamon. I'm going to have an unprecedented 2 bads this week.
Oh wait! Can I go into my bad though?
Oh like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I didn't even go into like, what the fuck are we doing with Mike Bennett?
I thought that was the end of it. Like, what are we doing with it?
Sorry, because let me get to the main part of my bad. Mike Bennett wrestled Earl fucking Hebner this week.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
And Earl like got more offense in than Bennett did.
Yep.
What are we doing?
All right. TNA doesn't remember their own history. Do you know why EC3 beating up Norv and Dewey worked really well? It's because EC3 clearly overmatched them. They got in 0 offense. That's why it worked to make him a stronger heel.
But no,
Mike Bennett not getting in off, like Earl Hebner kicking out at anything Mike Bennett did
is fucking bullshit.
It's ludicrous, unless it's a fake kick out and Bennett pulls his shoulder up.
But that was the thing.
Sells it like, oh my God, Earl kicked out! Earl kicked out! Like, that's fine.
More importantly than this doing anything for Bennett, this segment was designed as, oh, Earl Hebner's funny. Let's do the stuff where Earl Hebner's funny, and yells at Maria and takes his shirt off because Earl Hebner. I am so tired of Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner's probably one of my least favorite people in wrestling. Like, he's fucking garbage, and he makes all the matches. Like, how much has Earl Hebner's career been made about him? You know what I mean? And he's a fucking referee.
Yep.
Like, it's ridiculous. I'm so sick of it. Like,
also, it's really kind of sad that the only active Hall of Famer that you can currently use to push a product is Earl Hebner.
Well, and Bennett said he couldn't fight Kurt Angle because Kurt wasn't on the roster anymore. He didn't mention Sting.
No.
Or the Dudley Boys.
Nope. Or Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, that's right. Jeff's a Hall of Famer too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff's busy, selling gold on the internet, whatever.
Dummy, yeah.
But yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of real bad, Eamon, I have 2 bads this week. We've never done this before. Unprecedented. There were 2 bads. My first bad. Can we talk about the Hardys? Eamon, can we goddamn talk about the Hardys? Now, all right. I will give Jeff credit. Jeff is trying to make this work. I know Jeff wants to make this work. I get it. Matt, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Like, all right, first of all, it was the least surprising surprise that Matt is Willow. But secondly, the way they did it. Like, Jeff comes out and challenges Willow to a match. First of all, the guy that comes out is wearing a full black bodysuit. Which, if you've seen Matt Hardy in the past, I don't know, since he's been in TNA, you know that body frame is not Matt Hardy. Yep. Because that looked more like Angelico.
But again, also going to my point from last week, they were like, well, that's Willow. They were saying that it was Willow.
And they were wrong.
So they were trying to sell the fact that Willow isn't this could be the real Willow. This isn't like, oh, it's clearly somebody trying to get it at Jeff Hardy. The announcer trying to sell it like it could be Willow.
Yeah, but Willow looks and sounds completely different because, Eamon, you're paid to lend your voice to things.
Yes.
Have you ever heard a voice modulation like that before?
I've not on Willow.
Not on anybody, because no one should ever do that. It sounded like someone took the voice from Scream, but gave that guy helium. And like Willow's voice is in his song. That's not what Willow sounds like. Like,
and my favorite part of this whole thing was Josh Matthews admitting that he knew nothing about Willow.
Yep. Like
Josh Matthews having to ask Pope about Willow because he wasn't in the company at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hilarious.
Like, hey, Josh, maybe do some research. Maybe,
maybe do your job.
Yeah. There are ways of doing that where you can be like, oh, well, I wasn't here, partner, but I know you know Willow a lot better than I do. I've only seen, some videos and stuff, but you lived through Willow. Can you tell us a bit more about what this guy was like? Like, that's a way to do it. And this is not live. you can re-record this to make your announcers not sound like complete fucking morons. Or complete fucking dummy, yeah.
But then again, it's Pope and Josh, so.
Yep. I'm convinced Josh wants to get fired.
I think Pope was worse than Josh's episode.
Yeah.
Like, Pope was really bad. Just some of his inflections and stuff like that. Like, I don't like to be the guy that say, oh, the announce team is shit, but the announce team is shit.
I will be that guy to say it because I say it every week about TNA. Now, my unprecedented second bad. That main event, though. The actual wrestling was fine.
That main event is called #Dixie Ruins Everything.
All right. Dixie does not know how wrestling works. Here are a list of things Dixie thinks makes a match more fair for someone she is trying to help. 1.
Or makes a match have less chaos. Because that was another selling point of this match.
Okay, fair. 1. A third participant. 2. A guest referee. 3. Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks.
I would love if the story goes forward as Dixie Carter being the character that always fucks up everyone's shit. And, like, Drew Galloway's just like, Dixie, fucking stop. Like, I can have a one-on-one match. That's what makes it fair. That's what makes it easy. I won't fucking,
and then
kill someone.
Like, but, Drew, you didn't win your title in a one-on-one match, darling.
God damn it. God damn it, Dixie. Just let me wrestle. But, yeah, there's it's a continued thing. It's a thing that keeps happening. And
TNA was promoting the fuck out of this match. And it ended with no winner. No winner. The match was thrown out. There wasn't even because you can't have a disqualification in a lumberjack match.
It's an DQ.
You can't. Like, read the rules of wrestling.
In fact, you made it more chaotic.
You made it a no DQ match. Like, and this is another, like, it's a subsequent bad tacked on to this horrible thing. But before I get to that, why did everyone have to jump on everyone else?
Fuck if I know.
Was it the end of the tapings? I think it was the end of the tapings.
I bet it was, actually.
Yeah. Eamon, that roster is thin. That roster is fucking thin. I don't think they have 20 male wrestlers.
I also really love, if you want another like testament to that, I love like because to open the show we had Drew and Lashley fighting backstage, and they had to be separated by like the 6 same wrestlers that separated them when they were fighting in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was literally the same guys. It was Robbie, Jesse Goddard's, Chris Melendez, someone else. Like,
which, by the way, Eamon, did you know Chris Melendez was still employed? Because I didn't.
He's on Victory Road.
Oh.
Is that the thing?
Oh, God. I don't want... All right, you know what? I don't... What is he doing on Victory Road?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I saw a match card, but I don't even remember it.
Oh, God.
It's just random fucking
all right,
matches.
we'll wait. We'll wait until the rest of that, because that's sometime in June, right?
Well, no, it's airing soon. It's one of the one night only.
Oh, one of the one night only. Okay, I'm thinking Slammiversary is next. Okay.
Yeah. Slammiversary is going to be an actual pay-per-view that they're doing,
and no one is actually going to buy it.
Yeah, we only know. I guess is there just one match to it? It's just Bennett and EC3, I guess.
And that's not even booked yet.
But they're saying it. Well, okay.
No, they were saying. They were asking a question if it was going to lead to that. They're asking a question. So that part they got right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fuck if I know. It's ridiculous.
But that roster is so thin. That roster is so goddamn thin. Like, I was trying to do a list in my head, and I got to 20 wrestlers, and that was it. I could not think of any more because I don't think there were any more.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, TNA. If you're going to end your title match like that, like a title match that you're heavily promoting, don't do that, because you're promising a winner and an end all be all, and like, no, nothing happened. And also, if you want Lashley to seem like a threat to me, have him win one of these. Have him like be standing tall after one of these confrontations, because he never has.
Yeah. Well, also, and it goes to my change. So if we want to transition to that,
yeah.
Because clearly this is a way to just prolong it until Slammiversary, I feel.
I hope so. Otherwise, they're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Don't do this match.
They have to.
Just don't do it.
They have to.
Just do it at Slammiversary.
Oh, don't do the match that they had this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do a match and have a fuck finish for no reason. To build to just so you could buy time.
Yeah.
Just fucking make an interesting story, and that wouldn't be a problem. You know, like, it's ridiculous. And I forgot the other match they announced for Slammiversary is Jeff and Matt. I was saying he was going to fight Matt at Slammiversary.
Whoop-de-doo.
Great. Okay.
Willow versus Willow.
Matt Hardy is. I can't even get over that shit from this week.
I have a legitimate question. Did people at TNA watch Lucha Underground and see the Disciples of Death?
Oh, no way.
No, and said, we can do that with Willow. Because I think so.
But whatever. It's ridiculous. Let's get through this. What's your change?
Okay. I have so many things I would change. You know what? I'll just rattle off a list of little mini changes in my head. One, don't film a promo at a hotel pool. Don't do it. I mean, I understand.
It looked like something. It looked like a debuting vignette.
Yep.
It looked like something that they should have aired for Mike Bennett to debut in.
Two, right after that promo at the hotel pool, do not have Mike Bennett literally repeat the exact same promo in the ring. Either don't show us that part of it and just have him say that for the fans there so they know what the story is, or don't film the promo in the pool. Like, I get why you filmed the promo in the pool. Trust me, your slow motion was very clear on why you filmed that promo in the pool.
I just cut the promo in the pool. I don't think there was any reason for it.
No, there are two very important reasons for it, and they're both in Playboy.
Again, don't cut the promo in the pool.
Yeah. Another mini change. When you have Slammiversary that you're trying to convince people to buy, do not, a couple weeks before, have an Ultimate X match.
Oh yeah, that's next week.
That's next week. I'm gonna guess who the 4 people are in it. The 4 people that are in the tag match. Gonna take a guess on that. Also, don't have your Al Snow Grado blow-off match before your pay-per-view.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Because
that happened with Bound for Glory, though. That's exactly what happened with Bound for Glory, was that they had a bunch of blow-off matches to feuds, and then they had nothing for Bound for Glory.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't. It's
almost like Slammiversary is going to be a boring nothing show, and they're doing tapings before it for after Slammiversary. Guess what? That's probably what they're doing. Because TNA is not smart.
Some other random notes. Yeah. We had EC3 against Tyrus.
We did, in the shortest last man standing match I've ever seen.
It was really. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, that was my other change. Guess what? TNA in a last man standing match, you don't have to have one of the participants tell the referee to start counting.
Oh! I remember why I didn't like that match now. Because I didn't like the finish.
Yeah, the finish was stupid. Finish was damn stupid.
You shouldn't be allowed to hold somebody down in a last man standing match.
Well, I mean, you can. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
No, not at all. That's ridiculous.
No, I'm okay with it. There's a precedent for that. There's a precedent for that. I'm okay with that.
When as stupid as the finish as it was, when John Cena taped Batista's legs to the ring post or whatever so he couldn't get up, he wasn't forcibly pushing Batista down. Because I feel like once you make contact with that person, like that's bullshit. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
for her to put the steps over top of him.
I'm okay with that.
No, it's ridiculous to me.
Okay,
it's really shitty.
Okay,
but also,
as soon as Tyrus was under that stairs, the count should have started.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, since when was Tyrus's finisher called the ICU?
It never was.
But Pope was like, "That's the ICU."
Yeah,
like calling it like it was something we should all know.
Eamon, remember, when was the last time Tyrus won a match?
Oh,
that's why you don't know it.
And I realize that's the thing I hate about TNA. And the thing, when it comes to names and like names and moves or catchphrases or nicknames or stuff like that, kind of going to the discussion we had a couple weeks ago. I hate that TNA always just gives them the names, and then they will just repeat them over and over and over again, and you're supposed to be like, yeah, that person's that name or that
runs like a Ferrari.
Compare that to like, and I thought about it, like. Say, like, for example, Enzo and Cass. They were just cutting promos for, like, a good year, and the crowd caught on to the soft thing because they had mentioned it, like, offhand in one or two of their promos. Mm-hmm. And the crowd started to run with it and do the chant with them and do all their chants with them. And now they have a regular thing that they do.
Yes.
That the crowd chants, and the crowd chants loudly. Instead, if the first week they ever teamed, if they did that whole shtick and just kept doing it, it wouldn't have worked.
Yes, but you can't do that in TNA. You can't.
Why can't you?
Because
no one has any originality?
No, because the crowds are always different because they're theme park crowds. They're not crowds that are there to see wrestling.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch a lot of old WCW Worldwide when they filmed at Disney MGM, same thing. That crowd wasn't into wrestling. Like that was just a thing that, it's hot out. We're gonna go in. We're gonna watch some funny people in tights hit each other.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because it's like, I think it does show a hand that they aren't creative. You know what I mean? That the wrestlers don't have it, or at least the wrestlers don't have the opportunity to be creative.
Yeah. All right. So, and we had the return of the fact of life.
Fucking who cares?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, that's my thoughts on that.
No, that's fine. I mean, that's basically what happened. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they saved the button. Oh, Eli Drake, I will give you credit this week. You didn't say dummy yeah before hitting the button that said dummy yeah.
Also,
good on you. Good on you, Eli.
That's true, but also, are we not going to have any blow off to the whole thing with him and Jesse Goddard's?
Nope.
We just mentioned it and then we went on.
Yep. Because, Eamon, I'm not sure if you picked up on this. Guess who's the only other tag team besides Decay and TNA?
Yeah.
Romance, yeah.
Well, technically you got the Helms boys. I don't know.
Yeah, but one of them is the Exhibition champion.
So that doesn't stop anybody.
Clearly not, but yeah. Eamon, where'd you rank Impact this week?
It's number 4, and that includes a Ring of Honor show this week that I didn't watch. That apparently is just all about Jay Lethal.
That sounds great.
But Jay Lethal's actually creative and interesting, so. That should tell you what I think about TNA.
Let's see. Where am I going to rank TNA this week? I can't rank it number 3 because ROH exists. I can't rank it number 4 because Edge and Christian exists. I can't rank it number 5. because I saw Civil War again. I can't rank it number 6 because Camp WWE.
Oh no, you could rank it.
I can't rank it number 7 just because 7's a lucky number and TNA doesn't deserve that. I'm gonna rank TNA 15th. 15th. That I'm sure I can name a bunch of other shows that had something tangentially to do with wrestling that I watched this week that were just better than TNA because this show almost had me tapping out.
It's really boring. It's really bad.
Yeah, and I mean, when you can't even let me get into an EC3 segment.
And here's the thing. I actually broke tradition this week and watched Impact first. Because I usually watch it last in the lineup. Because I watch Lucha Live, and then I watch NXT immediately after, and then I'll watch Impact this week. And it was just as draining and just as boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because usually we've all thought it was like, well, you can't watch it after Lucha because Lucha set such a high standard to where like anything after that is going to feel like shit. But Impact's just shit.
Yeah, so. Impact is just not good. All right, so yeah, I ranked it 15th. Eamon ranked it 4th. Eamon, where can the good people find you? Tell us why we're wrong, please.
Please do. We won't listen to you, but
no, we'll listen. We'll just disagree.
We'll just laugh at you, but whatever. You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2Please. That's where I talk about more positive stuff in this week's show. You can also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling on Twitter at InspireProRes.
All right, you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. Also, if you go to at Mayhem Show on Twitter, look for the hashtag that's Mad Mike, and follow my live tweets because I live tweet Impact and Lucha Underground every week. And please tell me I'm wrong or try to argue with me. I will debate all my points with you. I absolutely will. I promise. All right. So for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.